Hello, friends. Had to get run down to Chandler, Oklahoma this morning, and this is one of the four lakes that I used to bring Ruthie to on a regular basis, starting with the outbreak of COVID and the restrictions where couldn't really do much of anything. But these four lakes were open all the time. They never closed them, thank goodness. And I took her to the one in Stillwater most of the time. It was just right there close to where we lived, and easy to get to. And I just unlocked my camera. Anyway, she really enjoyed this. The last time I brought her here was, I think, probably 6 weeks before she died. And at that point, she'd got to where she just was no longer really enthusiastic about anything anymore. And that was really heartbreaking, because Ruthie was just always so optimistic, so sure she was going to beat what was wrong with her. And God knows I wished I could have traded places with her. I loved her so much. This is Bell Cow Lake. It's near Chandler, Oklahoma. It's fed by Bell Cow Creek, and I think this was one of the programs built by the WPA as a watershed. Oklahoma didn't have any natural lakes, but because of the drought years and the Dust Bowl years and everything, I think it has, if I remember right, it's got more beachfront property than just about any state in the country, because of all these lakes. There's Lake Texoma, which is huge, and there's 2 or 3 on the Arkansas River that are just gigantic for this place. And then ones like this are just scattered everywhere over the state. There are too many to number. This one has a lot of traffic in the peak holiday seasons of the summer. But I'd bring Ruthie here and would sit here, and there were lots of geese around most of the time. Sometimes it'd be like now, where there's just not any. But it was so peaceful and so quiet, and she just loved it so much. And then the lake in Stillwater itself is a boomer lake, and it's a nice one too. And in the right time of year, it is just full of geese. There are so many of them. And then in the spring, when the babies all hatch and when the mamas and daddies start taking them out wandering around, Ruthie just so loved seeing all those baby geese. It just made her happy. And there again, the last year in the early spring, when the baby geese were out, it just didn't do anything for her anymore. She was just something had gone bad in her brain, and that optimism was gone. She could still muster a good smile once in a while, and sometimes playing old hee-haw shows would just really make her happy. She'd get up and dance to them, and that just tickled me to death to watch her. She'd watch the same 10 episodes, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Oh God, how much I miss her. I don't like being alone, but I don't see any chance of finding anybody to like Ruthie. I would never rule out the possibility, because I had already said before I met Ruthie that it would never happen again. Two times was enough, I thought. And then I met Ruthie, and it was just like we were made for each other. We understood each other. We'd been through very similar things all our lives, especially when it comes to marriages. Our second times around were bad for both of us. I'm sure hers was worse because of having kids, and he was not only bad to her, he was bad to the kids. and he abused her in unspeakable ways. Anyway, I just love sitting here just thinking. I love this break in the weather from those 100-degree days. I think it's supposed to get to 87 today, but I don't know if it's going to make it or not. If those clouds stay, it won't. But it's just nice. Well, I appreciate you guys who leave encouraging messages for me. The things that have gone on in my life since Ruthie died, some days it's just really hard to hold my head up and keep going forward. But at least I can still smile for other people and still try to make them smile. And laugh. I love making people laugh and smile. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. You guys have a good day. Love you all. Bye-bye.